Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel, and in this video it's going to be slightly different because we're going to be taking a tour around a spawn on a server that I used to play on. This is the very first map and I hope you enjoy it. So on the 7th of November 2017 I recorded and uploaded my first ever video on the vanilla Tyme server. This series lasted until the 28th of February 2018 and I recorded 10 full episodes. This is the very first map and this is where new starters would spawn in. So as soon as you log in, you can just turn around, go to this minecart, exit it, and it's straightforward is a clock tower built by Catastrophe. So this was our spawn basically, this castle. It didn't get renovated till later on in the map, and this is where we housed our starter kits, our spawn materials and all sorts, and it's a really cool build with loads of secrets and rooms. So this is our throne room. If you come up here as well, you will come to a staircase wherever it is. I think it's here. Yeah, you go up the stairs and there's a library with some sort of computer system here, and there's just loads of rooms everywhere just dotted around. It's quite cool, to be honest. But once you come out of the castle and come down here, underneath the staircase is the portal room, and these armor stands show the current staff of this map, which is cool, as well as builders, and I think they did content creators at one point, but I'm not too sure. Down here is the community mine, as well as a skeleton spawner that was just for the public. I'm not too sure who built it, but I remember coming down here all the time and grinding for bones and levels. It was quite cool. Look how trippy this is. So it looks like you're going down, but you're actually going up. It just looks weird. I'll show you the Nether later on, but once we come here, it's just absolutely insane seeing this again. We do have shaders as well, and this is the first time I've ever stored in shaders. Just look how beautiful this is. He did a really good job building this, and he's an awesome builder, honestly. Credit to him. Catastrophe. So this is the spawn castle in shaders. It just looks absolutely insane. Like, coming around here back in the day, it was just awesome to see. Like, look at all the details, the terraforming. Whoever built this, it did an awesome job. I don't know who it was. I totally forgot. And this is the other side with loads of terraforming, greenery and ponds. Like, honestly, by far the greatest spawn ever. So when we come down here, this is our inn where every single member claimed a chest for their meal. So this inn, it used to be a smaller one, and it used to be behind that castle back that way. But all the chests were full. So they decided to build a new one, better design, fit this theme of spawn, which is quite cool. And then they added a second floor for more players, because this was the very first map. So there was loads of old players, new players. It was just absolutely crazy. So when you leave the inn and you follow this pathway, you will actually come to our map room, which is absolutely crazy. This is our entire map of spawn. So this is spawn. All this is spawn here. This area here is shops. Spawn houses are up here. Events are here, and the holiday island is here. So they completely rip this all out and change it to the next holiday, which was absolutely amazing to see. So coming out of the map room, you go into this tunnel here. I just love how this is made, by the way. It just looks really cool. You can follow this pathway and it will bring you to the inn, which is absolutely crazy looking. So this is the inn in shaders, and it just looks crazy looking. Different shapes, different places to visit, and honestly it just blows my mind seeing how this was constructed. And the old inn to this inn is just a massive improvement. Also, I have no idea who built any of these stuff. I already know who built that because it was the last competition we've basically done on the server that involved the entire community. This is the reception desk. Basically tells you some stuff here, which you can read anytime you want. But if you come around here and go up these stairs, you get greeted with rooms that people can claim, and if you don't leave for the 20 days, then they'll probably kick you out. But these rooms look absolutely insane. It's just incredible. This one's different, which I think every level it is different. But if you come down here and then you go down to the reception and then you go down here, these are the bathrooms, showers and stuff like this. So these are the showers and these are the pools, which are absolutely insane. I'm not too sure what happened here. Probably a schematic error. But these are absolutely insane. This is probably like a, what's it called? Like a hot room or sauna. Yeah, sauna. Oh, swear words. But yeah, this inn is crazy looking. It's just, I've never actually seen down here before. In this spawn tour, you're just going to hear me say it's crazy looking, it's amazing, it's incredible, because it actually is insane. It really is. So if you come out from the inn and follow this pathway here, it will take you to this building, which basically shows and tells you everything about the server's history. There used to be a book in here, but someone must have took it before they backed the world up. But you can pause the video here and read these signs if you'd like. So as you can tell, the server was made on the 22nd of April 2017. And basically I joined 2 or 3 months after this. And then I took a break for like 8 months and came back. Also on each wall, it will tell you the past and present developers, admins, mods, and what's this one? Admins, and yeah, mods. So these were the founders, developers, owners, whatever you want to call them, basically. So these are the black tags. These are the yellow ones, which is absolutely insane. And some of them actually got promoted to admin. As you can tell, you can pause it, you can rewind it to see who got promoted, basically. So I'm just going to call this a museum. So once you come out of the museum, you come around here, and then you come to this graveyard over here. So I actually built this house, and beyond this house here is a graveyard, which I built as well. And I don't remember what used to be here beforehand. But if you come in here, this is like some sort of church, which is empty. And beyond here, there's a massive graveyard, which most players claim signs on their graves. So it's quite crazy looking. So this is a balcony overlooking the graves. Amazing terraforming, honestly. It's just crazy. It just is. Like the scale of this spawn and the amount of terraforming got into it. It just blows my mind. So this is the graveyard, and this was supposed to be a lighthouse that just never got finished at all. One thing I want to show you actually is this massive lake. We emptied this entire lake, ripped the floor out because it was full of different blocks. We turned every single block into dirt, and this took us a while. There was so many of us doing this. And also, this is a spawn house. That's why that's there. And this was an incredible task. There was about 12 of us that emptied this in less than a week. And it just looks so clean and fresh. So I guess now it's to get onto the stalls, the shops, and then move on to the events and holiday area. So these are the stalls. I'm not too sure I built them, but before that we used to have colourful roofs, and the stalls used to be a bit bigger than these. If you check out my first ever video on the server, on the map, you'll see what the stalls used to look like, as well as the paths and the area around spawn as well. My stall used to be around about here, and I sold bones, bone blocks, beacons, and slime balls, I think. I believe after a couple days of owning a stall and it's successful, you get approved to build a shop, which is just around here. So this is a 20 by 20 plot of shops. This is basically a promotional shop board where you can put your shop name, location, and people will could check it out basically. And this is the map of spawn, shops, and events. So if you come forward, you come to this basically a road signs. So we used to name roads, which is a really neat touch of the server at the time. And if you come down here, my shop was actually next to this castle here, and it used to be a giant chest with a bunch of chests inside, and I used to sell all sorts of things. But then I have to move cities for a new job and stuff, so they got rid of my plot. This plot opened up, and then I claimed this, and this is basically what I was selling. In this diamond axe, it was just still touch axes, and these were books from fishing. These are the books you could have got from fishing, but now since 1.18 you can't really fish the same way anymore. But yeah, I made so many diamonds from this. So next to my shop here, this was one of the best shops I ever saw. It was an Enderman picking up a bit of land with a house on top. Like, you can't get any more creative than that. Like, they're all amazing shops, but this one was by far my favorite. By far. So some of the shops just had a certain purpose. So this one over here sold fireworks. This one sold everything end related. So shulkers, so the lighters. Then they started making a wither skeleton farm. They started selling those skulls. And they were expensive at the time. 5 diamonds. Insane. 64 gunpowder for 1 diamond. Now you can make a gunpowder farm and sell like 4 stacks for a diamond. Like, the rates now are absolutely insane. This shop here sold just wool related stuff, wood related stuff. There's a shop that sold just enchanted axes, tools, armor, and this shop here used to sell terracotta. But now it sells random bits and bobs. An awesome guy is a great friend of mine, and he has always lived in a mesa, no matter what map he's on. Always has. But now he's switching it up, which I'm so proud of him for. I'm just going to have a little fly around with shaders so everyone can see some other people's shops and how well and creative they are built. Giant mushroom, which is Nam's shop. Is that a barn? It looks like a barn to me. Fireworks, some really cool shops at the backside here. This was an expansion that someone made. Oh, also this shop here sold everything for 1 diamond. It was like a dollar store basically. They sold some amazing items that I shopped at a lot. There's a lot of terraforming and custom trees built around. This is also a shop. It's like a hobbit hole, and this was absolutely insane. Like, some of the stuff in here was just amazing. So this is Prog Rocker's shop, by far the best terraformer builder I have ever seen. He did a let's play and recorded it, and his terraforming skills on there were even amazing, even when he just had like stone tools. But he did a lot of terraforming, a lot of ponds on the server. As you can tell over here, this was the main inspiration. Because I've got one of these ponds at my place, and my inspiration came from him. And like the custom trees, the custom rocks, terrain, just blew my mind. So there are crazy stuff around on this map. We've got a hot air balloon. Now, there is this sign tower here, and this has been on every single map so far that I've known. But yeah, now we've got colourful signs. We can make bird signs and all sorts. And we've got a hot air balloon. We've got a boat over here. And if you keep coming down here, there's like little lodges down here. Well, it was supposed to be lodges. There's just so much going on, and it's such a nice place just to wander around and get lost at. So now it's on to the holiday island. This was always changed. If you look at my first ever episode, this was Halloween, and they had black concrete around the edges here and black concrete in the middle. It was set on fire, dead trees. It just looked insane. Like, honestly, it was by far the best thing I've ever saw when I came on. And they always change this every holiday. I think they made this into a holiday build competition, which is on their Instagram, which I'll link down below, by the way. And this area here is our events, which I spent most of my time here anyways. So this is musical chairs with a creeper face in the middle. Once the music stopped, you would run and click on a minecart, and if there was no minecarts left and you just wandering around, you would be disqualified, and you would exit and come up here and watch the crowd play. And the last person who wins and is seated, by the way, would get a prize box with some really cool goodies. So coming from musical chairs, following this pathway up to this little area here, this is our archery, and I believe you got 12 arrows, and you had to shoot every single one of these buttons which lit up the redstone lamps, and the more lit lamps you have, you would win the event and you would get a prize box as well. And the new additions to events was these sort of pixel art to indicate what's what. So from archery, we come around here, and this is our king of the ladder. So basically you would jump down here, try and land on the slime blocks, gives you a boost, and the last person stood on the sea lanterns. Oh no, there's packed ice on here now. So the last person on here would also win a prize box, but you would have loads of people come up here, so you would try and knock them off, and you would win. And it was such good fun, honestly. Everyone was in Discord. People who got knocked off used to scream and shout, and it was just really fun. This here was the center of our event, so everyone would come here. They would claim a chest, put all their belongings in here. We had food for people to take, and also people would used to set their spawn points here. Coming out from the events hut, you would come to this little shack here, where the sisterly sisters, I think they called it, we used to give everyone sticks for this stick fight here, and this was so much fun, honestly. So a person would stand on here as well as on this side, and you would have, I think you would have a shield, but the people who come around here, you could jump behind them and knock them into the fire, and once they try and jump out, they would get pricked to death by the cactus. So essentially, if you would knock that person into the fire and they would die, they would go head to head at the very end. Whoever wins gets a prize box as well. Coming out from stick fight, you come around here, and this was our boat race, and this went around bridges, around over there, all the way around through mountains, and you would come out here. Whoever enters first would win a prize box. So coming under here where the boat race is, there's obstacles, and there used to be skeletons as well that would absolutely wreck you. In here, there used to be skeletons in here, and they would used to shoot your boat, and then you would quickly have to place it down and try to beat the person who's in first place. So this is our last man standing. It was really cool to be a part of this. Like, it was so competitive. Every single player used to stand on the sea lanterns, and once you walked forward on the pressure plate, it would sometimes trick players into falling down. But you could also punch them off as well. And if you accidentally fell off, you do have a second chance to redeem yourself. But if you do fall off here and land down here, you are done for. The last person who survives will also win a prize box. So this is Belief. And there used to be a layer of snow up here, and you would get like efficiency 3 shovel with unbreaking 3 on. And there used to be 1v1s, 2v2s, and then groups of people, like teams versus teams. And the last person or the last team to win gets a prize box. But if it's a 1v1, you get a prize box. 2v2, you get a separate one, and a teams one as well, you get another one. I'm not entirely sure what this is. I think it's like some sort of pig or horse race. And there's loads of obstacles to go in and out of places. Those doors look so different now. And yeah, I don't think this ever was played. But yeah, there's loads of secrets and hidden stuff around here. A lot of people did enjoy events. It was hosted by Dragon Breath. So once he was around, everyone else was around. There was no saying no to Dragon. And people used to blow stuff up, and it was just really cool to be around on a Saturday night to chill out with your friends. So this is Spleef here. If you come over this bridge, follow the pathway, you'll come to some sort of stables. And there's a horse track going all the way around, but I just love this roof design. Like, this looks amazing. I'm not too sure who designed it though. But if you come in to these, it just looks absolutely amazing. I like these. I've never seen stables like this before. But this track is just gigantic, honestly. It goes through the mountain, goes all the way around the backside. And look, there's some sort of land still here from when they were digging it all out and flattening it. And that's just amazing terraforming. Just amazing. So my favourite event was down here. And it was called Capture the Flag. It was built in survival Minecraft as well, which is absolutely insane. So basically, I'll give you the rundown on how it works. So you'd come in, you would get split up into two teams, blue and red, and you would have some arrows, bows, and some armor with some food as well. If you died, everything that you had would just disappear because it had Curse of Vanishing on. But your team has to defend the pressure plates. So basically, if you stand on these pressure plates for a certain amount of time, this beam will change color. So it'll be purple soon, and then it'll be red. So whoever captures the flag first wins. But people have bows and arrows, and there's loads of stuff you can actually have an advantage on. So if you stand over here, you can actually take off the other person off that pressure plate, and it was really good fun. It really was. It was complicated at first, but it was an amazing event. It just really was. So when you come back here, if you come down here where the stairs are and fountain, this is where Dragon used to give you your event boxes. You used to place them out with a sign, and this is sort of what it would look like with a trophy in the middle. And if you took part in the events, you could take 2 of any of these slots. Same with this one. But a lot of people didn't know this. There's a button here. If you click this button, this is where Dragon lived. And there's just materials to fix up events if it was to break. And this is all his shulker boxes. If you come around here, there should be an iron chest. Not an iron chest, 9 door. Here we are. And this is where Dragon kept all his emerald ore. Emerald ore was his favourite by far. So yeah, that's everything to do with events. Also, we do have an iron farm here, which I don't think I was around when they built this, because we all said that iron farms at spawn wasn't allowed, so I'm not too sure I built this, but it is crazy looking. I think this is what you would call an Iron Titan, I think, with all the doors, all the villagers in each pod. The old villagers with the coloured coats. Oh, it was amazing. So coming out here, you would come into our spawn hub, which was built by... I can't remember actually, but this down here was built by ProgRocker, which is absolutely insane. He filled this entire glass block up here, this roof, with solid blocks, so no one could actually see what he was doing down below. But this was all built by ProgRocker, and it is absolutely insane. The fog effect down there. I don't know how someone can build stuff like this. Honestly, like, I can't even build a house. Never mind something like this. But this was built by ProgRocker, and the tunnels was like a build competition, and it was all Nether themed, which was absolutely insane. I just love the way this looks. So these chests here are player directories, listing codes to their tunnels for people to come and, you know, check out. Now we're going to check out the end, because the end is quite crazy. So yeah, these are the tunnels, and they just look absolutely insane. It just looks like it's on fire. I'm not too sure who did this either, but these tunnels are by far my favorite. So this is our end. All you need to do is hit the bottom enderman, and the top ones would die. XP will come storming in, and then you would also keep hitting them on the sides and the middle, all sorts. Here on the sides were players' personal chests. This one up here is mine. I don't know why I did this, and I don't know why I named it that, but it's there. And this is like, it sorts out ender pearls from any sort of dropped items. So any sort of items that got dropped would end up in these chests, and overflow of ender pearls would actually get dropped into the void. Let's see, by this one here, which if you take this out, it should start spitting it, but it's not. The redstone might be broken because it's such an old design. And this is how the enderman works. So basically there's a spawning platform with an endermite in the middle. The enderman can't attack it, but they can still see it, and then the pathfinder down here, fall in here, and they'll die basically. So once you do follow that tunnel back to the main island, you come to this area here. It's nothing too special. Back in the day, there used to be a maze around here just to get to the center of the portal. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for today's spawn tour. I am going to do a spawn tour of map 3, map 4, and also base tour of map 1, 3, and 4 as well. And that's going to complete the seasons. If I'm going to leave the whitelisted application link down below. Check out the map 6, play with a bunch of cool people, and they do have events, weekly competitions, and special items on that map that you will enjoy 100%. So I'm going to wrap this video up. I hope you enjoyed it. Smash the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the base tour video.